Well, after that absolute nail biter, we gear up for the third game of match day 2 at the Global Cricket Premier League brought to you by JetSynthesys. We had an incredible, absolute cliffhanger of a game between Mumbai and Delhi, which gave us all the entertainment, all the drama till the end, went down to the last ball. Here's the third day. Now remember, Kolkata are playing the likes of Dubai Vipers, who both come back after impressive victories.
Yeah, both of them won their last games. So they'll be hoping to take that momentum forward, get the second win on the bounce, and climb up the points table.
And of course, the points table we've already spoken about how it's going to change eventually throughout the day. But have a look at, of course, we have the third game today. Dubai Vipers taking on the Kolkata Hawks. Kolkata had a decent start to the campaign. Well, Dubai Vipers, on the other hand, magnificent start to the proceedings at a GEPL. Now, this is a clash which will again come down very crucial for them because if they get the points here, they move up to the top of the table, or rather closer to the top of the table, courtesy that net run rate which they have. Chennai take on London eventually after this, and then we have the final game. The table toppers, so far for now, New York, go against Mumbai for their second game of the inning. Chetan, I think Kolkata really fancy a chance here.
Yeah, both sides will fancy their chances here. I mean, Dubai beat London Rhinos in the first game. Kolkata beat Mumbai Grizzlies in their first game. So both teams will be gearing up for that second game and hoping that their winning momentum continues. It's important to win these early matches and get those points on the table.
And of course, a lot of you all must have predicted, so did we on our analyst desk. Maybe this time, me, along with, of course, Chetan, might have got it wrong. I think the shots are going to get fired, I'm pretty sure, from the other end. But again, it's tough to actually predict because of the nature of the sport that we're playing. It's just 5 overs, remember, and you have the best from the country, in fact, coming out and playing. So, I mean, a humbling day for a humbling start, of course, for us. But at the end of the day, we are looking at an incredible tournament for us because, again, this is real cricket what we're talking about. Now, Kolkata coming after a victory, 3 wickets. So that's how you look at, of course, the captains there. Kolkata Hawks taking on Dubai Vipers. Dubai and Kolkata both have a similar advantage, courtesy some good bowling by Dubai.
Yeah, both of them have good bowling attacks. I was spending some time with the players of Dubai Vipers. They were teaching me, how the game is played, what are the technicalities of the game, kind of shots, spin, pace, how you handle the pressure. It was an interesting conversation, an educational conversation, if I can say so. Can't play the game myself too well, but hats off to these guys.
And of course, that's been a learning curve for a lot of us because remember, the ecosystem of the sport across the country is incredible. You talk about that. Here is, of course, the team from Dubai Vipers there, the likes of Vamsi and Manish, along with Harbhajan. Remember, we have Harbhajan in the Dubai Vipers as well, have an incredible story behind them when they come down. But here again, they're here to perform and they're doing that pretty well.
Yeah, I was talking to Ankit Roy, who's the first name on the list. He's their brood player and an economy of 6.49. He was telling me, how the first 2 overs, it's not very easy to hit the spinners. That's why the spinners are being deployed. Not many options. ये थोड़ा different है real life cricket से. When you talk about real cricket, यहाँ पे, the spinners in the first 2 power play overs gets a little tough to hit them, and then use the slower ball variations in the last 3 overs with the pacers. That gets tough to hit. So, yeah, interesting conversation with these players, and I'm hoping Kolkata Hawks can also provide us some education.
Talk about Kolkata Hawks, of course, the batting lineup. In fact, the team roster is here in front of you all. Again, you talk about Saurabh Jain, incredible. The captain has performed incredibly well, leading from the front.
Yeah, but the player to watch out for is Sachin Chauhan. In the last game, he was absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. He helped them win the game. He's the number 3 player. लाखों प्लेयर आए थे उसमें से ये नंबर 3 प्लेयर है जो इस मैच में खेल रहे हैं तो घमासान होने वाला है on the one hand you have Dubai players who are very calculative about what they are going to do. On the other hand, you have somebody like a Sachin, his name is Sachin, you expect great things from him. So yeah, number 3 player. So I think there'll be a lot of spotlight on him.
Well, Sachin, of course, was one of the top scorers with 32. It's been tough to break that in a single innings. But we talk about the players to watch out for, Satyendra, of course, and Vijay for Dubai Vipers then. Because, again, this is not just filled with stats, it's also with the kind of timing that they put on when they're playing in that game. Remember, it's everything about timing when they're playing.
It's interesting. Vijay has an economy rate of just about 5 and over, so it'll be very, very interesting how he bowls. But उसके अलावा अगर हम सत्येंद्र की बात करें, इनका dot ball percentage 35%. Out of the 6 deliveries he's going to get to bowl, 6 में से 35% deliveries की possibility है कि ये डॉट बॉल करा सकते हैं. So it's going to be very, very tough to get away these 2 bowlers. So both sides have a good bowling attack. There's a lot of strength in their bowling. तो देखना होगा कि उनके बैट्समैन पे, जो उनके अगेंस्ट बैट्समैन खेल रहे हैं, उन पे कितना प्रेशर रहेगा.
जी, कृणाल ने भी बहुत शानदार पारी खेली है in the past. I'm pretty sure it's when the team comes into play out here, all the players will be tested then. And again, we're talking about a game of real cricket. Anything can happen here, just like anything that can happen in real life cricket that we're talking about. You may even consider that, okay, this is really taking me to the edge of my seats, and that's what it's all about. Well, we're almost ready for the toss. Then we have Neeraj along with the captains and the umpires.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है.
निकर और टी शर्ट पहन के आया साइकिल लोन लगा के फोन बता दे सबको बच के
All flights to remain grounded.
तने चारों घड़ी जिद कर देगी.
जो खुद की सुनते हैं दुनिया उनकी सुनती है. लेंस का धाकड़ है.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Dosto, we are now here for match number 3 and more action-packed performances. Today it is the Fangs versus the Claws. Dubai Vipers के captain मुकेश दोडवानी and सौरभ जैन captain कोलकाता Hawks. देखते हैं आज क्या होगा. दोनों teams अपने पहले मैच जीत चुके हैं and would love to continue their momentum. But let's see what happens. Umpire, please come in for the toss. A big round of applause, guys, for the next match. Captains, आप में से कौन कॉल करेगा? Okay, it's Dubai Vipers.
Heads.
Dubai have gone for heads and heads it is. Okay, आइए मुकेश बताइए. What's gonna be? Batting
We
or
will
bowling?
bowl first.
You will bowl first. Okay, lovely. Why?
कल का अपना गेम चेस करने में अच्छा गया था. ट्राई करें कम से कम रन में स्कोर को रोके और चेस करें इजीली.
Okay, and from a team perspective, क्या लग रहा है कि आज who's gonna be the one shining? मतलब yesterday का match में like the entire team performed so well. Any particulars आज के लिए?
आज से सितारा तो अंकित रॉय लग रहा है.
अच्छा चलो देखते हैं. चलो congratulations, all the best to you. चल सौरभ आइए. Okay, so सौरभ कल का मैच आप जीते थे by a very comfortable like by 3 wickets. आज का क्या गेम प्ले है?
आज भी हम टॉस जीते तो पहले बल्लेबाजी करते.
अच्छा ओके ओके.
और हमारा टारगेट कहीं भी 65 से ऊपर स्कोर बनेगा
हाँ
तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा क्योंकि बॉलिंग बहुत अच्छी है हमारे पास. और ये टारगेट जो है डिफेंड करने जैसा है.
ओके चलो. All the very best to you and okay guys, thank you captains. You may now go back to your seats. Dubai Vipers have won the toss and they have chosen to bowl. Now over and out to my analysts.
Well, Mukesh Dorwani there for the Dubai Vipers winning the toss and choosing to bowl. I think they're just continuing the momentum which they started from the last couple of games that they had or last game which they had.
Yeah, I mean they would want to do that with their bowling because जैसा हमने पहले भी बात की, उनके पास दो खिलाड़ी हैं, हरभजन और विजय, जो 5 की इकोनॉमी से बॉलिंग करते हैं. और फिर हमने अंकित रॉय के बारे में भी बात की थी, उनकी इकोनॉमी भी 6 के अराउंड है. सो लॉट ऑफ गुड बॉलिंग ऑप्शंस देयर विद मुकेश who won the toss and chose to bowl. लेकिन अगर हम कोलकाता की बात करें जो पहले बल्लेबाजी करने वाले हैं, उनके ओपनर्स पे काफ़ी दारोमदार रहेगा. कृणाल हैं, you know his 6 hitting percentage is 34%. 34% of the deliveries he hits for sixes. और उधर सचिन है 27% 6 hitting percentage. दोनों का strike rate 200 के ऊपर. I think this is going to be the partnership that is going to be very vital for Kolkata Hawks.
And of course, just if you're wondering that 34% is a less number, when you're out here playing this game, you'll know what it means. We're all ready for the game then with our casters, Floki and Cripps calling the shots.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Thank you so much, Roshan. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to day 2 of the Global E-Cricket Premier League. My name is Floki. Joining me for this one is going to be Cripps. We are back with the third match. It's going to be between the Dubai Vipers as well as the Kolkata Hawks. And both teams are ready and we're about to jump into the game, Cripps. But Dubai Vipers and Kolkata Hawks both had a rather easy time yesterday. But I have to say, the Vipers match might have been a bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, but then again, Vipers had to go for a massive run chase again, right? They had to bring out the big guns in order to chase the big targets. And I think it's more glorious to win a more difficult match that way rather than making it look easy. It's also good for the audience because I think they also appreciate close matches as we do.
Yeah, they most certainly do. And I think the Vipers would have probably learned from their mistakes yesterday and are going to try to play a bit more stable of a game. I mean, the Hawks have been doing rather well. You know, yesterday, besting the Grizzlies is no small feat. And I have to say, they will be able to put up that same kind of performance if they keep that right headspace. But Dubai Vipers, coming off of yesterday's game, they did look a little shaky. Here's to hoping that they can put up a more solid performance as we jump in with Kolkata taking the bat, and the Vipers. It's going to be Harbhajan starting things off for them. Let's see if he can catch the batsman off guard, but no such luck on the first ball as it finds the boundary.
Harbhajan, he's known for some communication issues in the team. And even though he has an impressive strike rate of 239 and a very good economic rating of 5.8, yeah, this man of few words needs to have massive impact today if he wants to stop the Hawks from flying away with a massive target.
Oh yeah, just for some context, he is the off spinner for the side of the Vipers, so that is going to be another beautiful shot coming through. A Pansal showstopper forward. And again, Dubai Vipers not really going to be feeling too pleased about that as the Hawks off to a flying start.
Such confidence, such exuberance displayed by Krunal. Stepping ahead with that advanced shot and going for the shot towards mid-wicket. Another one this time towards point, but hey, it stopped just in time.
Yeah. Good running there as well, diving to cover their bases. Krunal, the brute, has done a lot of heavy lifting here in these first 3 balls. And here's to hoping that he could do more. Well, Harbhajan is going to do his best to try and get that wicket, and he will succeed at that as Kolkata Hawks will lose their brute. Krunal comes in, scores 10 runs and is then taken out.
On the second ball of this over, Krunal went for that exact same shot, you know. He stepped ahead, advanced just a slightly ahead and went for that shot towards mid-wicket. Well, at that time, that shot turned into a boundary because it went square over the fielders' heads. This time, it's right in their arms.
Oh yeah, and Harbhajan is the man to thank for that. And I think even if you give up a few boundaries, but if you find a wicket, you're very, very happy because you get the brute and the radical batsman out of the way, and it can suddenly get very, very difficult to score runs if you're the batting team.
Definitely.
And well, Sachin Chauhan, the analyst panel did praise them. They did say that this is the man to look out for. Let's just see what he's made of here. As an interesting ball, nice one coming through from the Vipers. And that'll be the end of the first over.
I would say this is a damn good over. 10 runs might seem like a lot, but it actually isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. It's only like 2 runs a ball, given the current over, given the current score.
Yeah, and I think, that's what you're kind of aiming for these power play overs if you're the side of the Vipers.
Exactly.
So again, comes some good bowling coming through, as now it is going to be Vijay from the side of the Dubai Vipers coming in for the bowling, who is the leg side spinner. Let's see what he can do here, as they've already taken at least 1 wicket to start things off in the power play, which is always a good sign, but looks like Vijay is going to take the time to adjust the field a little bit more.
Vijay really worships Dhoni and KL Rahul.
He sure does, huh?
I'm sure he's not the only one. Dhoni, even I worship. KL Rahul, not so much. But let's see how much of that Rahulness can he channel in his bowling. Well, definitely not something that Rahul will be proud of, but our friends over at Pulsar, they will really be reminiscent of this powerful shot.
Yeah, Kolkata Hawks setting up a good chase, but you can see the sweat has not been wiped off their brow just yet. They're still A long way to go and miles to cover before they get sleep. And again, straight over the inside fielder's head. The ball finds the boundary. It's a good old friend.
And he threads the needle so well. Look at that, right in between the two fielders. Above the heads too, and even if the ball was slightly lower in elevation, I think it would have passed right between them. Great shot by Sajid. Really making that cover drive sing.
Oh yeah.
And you'd expect the batsman to not really go for those kind of cover drives, but the confidence coming in. I mean, just really good considering there's a power play over and another boundary coming through. Deja vu all over again.
Vijay even changed up his approach. He changed the direction of the spin by a mile. And yet, Sajid continues to deliver.
Oh yeah. Pulsar and the Hawks both really happy about that one. As that was a showstopper for, but perhaps, just perhaps, Vijay can try and throw a curveball here. Let's not forget what happened in the first over. Lulling the batsman into a false sense of security and then catching him off guard when he least expects it.
True.
Oh my, that is a beautiful shot again. No way on earth the fielder is going to be able to chase that one, and the drums bang loud and true to confirm the fact that it's a 4.
4 fours in a row.
Oh yeah.
I think he's looking for a flawless over. And Vijay now running out of things to do. Running out of all the things that he can do to provide a little bit of security to his teammates. Changing sides, changing stances, maybe even changing the pace of the ball. This was a rather slow one, and this is what caused Sajid to mistime it. Not too much spin this time around, but the pace definitely was dropped. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it threw Sajid off guard, broke his momentum, and for now, that's all you need.
Yeah, but overall, still, even if they don't get any runs off of the next ball, a very good first 2 overs for the side of the Hawks. They're going to be happy with this one. But, oh, okay. That is quite the shot. A shot that has landed straight into the Viper's arms. And that is going to be Sajid taken out of the picture. And it's going to be Sachin now, on whom the burden of carrying the rest of the game rests.
So, great shot. Would have gone all the way towards long on, but hey, landed square in the arms of Vamsi.
Who's now going to be bowling. So, the fast medium bowler is here to change up the pace, as the bowler will take time to adjust the field as the power play overs are now done with.
Yep, they've still got quite a lot of players over the cover and long off.
Yep. I mean, Kolkata Hawks are going to be looking to chase at least 60. And then anything on top of that is a bonus.
Yeah. There you go. Standard inside outfield. Nothing to write home about. But considering you're a left-handed batsman, I think they need to be a little more careful about their mid-wicket. And the mid-wicket is exactly where the ball goes. At least there's plenty of fielders over there, so it will be intercepted.
Oh, yeah. Again, good batting coming through. But remember, you have to be a little bit careful. The Vipers are sly ones.
Yeah, definitely.
As they've got 2 wickets so far, and both of them in the power play over, so the batsmen really need to be careful with how they play this. There it is. Another twofer. And if they continue at this pace, they should be staring somewhere near or somewhere at and around 64 runs by the end of this innings. But there's always a chance for a boundary, and always a chance for a couple of wickets. The Hawks are terrific batsmen and the Vipers are terrific bowlers. A match made in heaven.
When do you think you'll get your match, Floki?
Never.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're just not optimistic at all.
Not at all, buddy. I know just what I'm capable of. This isn't that. Well,
talk about killing the mood.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the Kolkata Hawks are going to try and slow the pace of the game down. So, it's going to be a little bit closer to chest. Vipers, it's like their batting will also be tested today if this pace continues.
Yeah, I mean, they did a decent enough job in the first 2 overs to at least get over the 30-run mark. And now with the remaining overs, I think they should be able to cross a minimum of 50. But then again, is 50 enough? So far, they have just been hitting the ball towards square leg in mid-wicket region. Just really exploring that left-hand side of the batsman.
Now
But-
they should certainly be able to get to 60 at this rate. I feel like they'll be able to
True.
comfortably hit that. But again, hitting 60 requires you to bowl well, bowl a couple of solid dots, or at least find some wickets, or at least one
True.
wicket. The power play, speaking of which,
Jeez.
there it is. You take your eye off the ball and suddenly find it between the stumps.
नजर हटी और दुर्घटना घटी. शॉर्ट डिसीजन इस बार थोड़ा गलत हो गया.
बिल्कुल.
स्ट्रेट या फिर लॉन्ग ऑफ की तरफ जाने की कोशिश थी ये वाले बैट्समैन की, बट ना सीधा गया स्टंप्स के बीच में. दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन यू मिस टाइम इट. और अब सचिन लेंगे स्ट्राइक. कल तो सचिन ने बहुत अच्छा खेला था. उन्होंने सिंगल हैंडली अपनी टीम को एक बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन से बाहर निकाला बाय कंसिस्टेंटली हिटिंग मल्टीपल बाउंड्रीज. आज शायद फिर से वैसा प्रदर्शन करना पड़े. और ये देखिए एडवांस आगे आके शॉट मारने की कोशिश. अच्छा लॉफ्ट था. वेंट टुवर्ड्स थर्ड मैन बट फील्डर मौजूद.
बिल्कुल. और उसी के साथ कोलकाता हॉक्स हमेशा जब अच्छे बल्लेबाजी करने की कोशिश करते हैं तभी वाइपर्स धीरे से आके उनकी विकेट ले लेते हैं. और मुझे लगता नहीं है कि कोलकाता हॉक्स ये बार बार कर पाएंगे. आई थिंक सचिन के कंधों पर काफी प्रेशर और काफी जिम्मेदारियां हैं, और देखते हैं कि वो इतने प्रेशर में आके 60 तोड़ पाएंगे या नहीं.
Decent pull shot by Sachin. But then again, if you want to pick up pace, you need to play in a dhakkad fashion, you know. You need to really pick up that slack.
Oh yeah. Let's cut. They can help you with those hustler frames in case that's your objective. But oh, this run looks a little risky, but the batsman is quick. Sachin will retain strike, and that's what he needs to do, because let's not forget, he is the last radical batsman remaining for his team, the only player who can still get boundaries at this stage. The balanced ones are going to have a hard time considering the size of the field, which is humongous. The Melbourne Stadium is huge. The distances are long towards the off and the leg side, as well as the front. So,
You know, this is still decent bowling by Manish. उनका actually जो dot ball rating है वो इतना खास नहीं है, ना ही उनकी इकोनॉमी इतनी खास है. But अब तक उन्होंने एक भी बाउंड्री relinquish नहीं की है, सिर्फ 2-2 रन्स दे रहे हैं हर एक बॉल पे. So I think this is quite good. He's keeping up the pressure.
बिल्कुल. I have to say कि हम already देख रहे हैं कि कल जिस हिसाब से बैटिंग हो रही थी, आज उस हिसाब से बैटिंग नहीं हो रही है. आज हम देख रहे हैं कि बैट्समैन थोड़े ज्यादा डिफेंसिव है, बहुत ही चुन के अपने शॉट्स ले रहे हैं, लेकिन उसी के साथ बॉलिंग भी उतनी आ गया. ये वाइपर्स एक्चुअली काफी बहुत ही शानदार गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे.
And this is not just by Kolkata, this is for everyone. And the moment you actually try to go for one of those lofted shots, this is what happens.
Oh yeah. The Vipers have a keen eye on their wickets, and I think lens card is the time for that.
Great fielding. Fielder को dive करना पड़ा. Down to their last wicket with one more over to go. Kolkata Hawks, this might just have been their most uncharacteristic batting performance. They usually are so much better than this.
Yeah, they certainly are, but one last over remaining here. And it's kind of do or die for Kolkata. Losing those 2 wickets has been scary to say the least. But thankfully, Sachin is still in play. Just not at strike at the moment, but now he will be. So this is their opportunity to try and cross the 60 mark, and
I don't
a boundary or 2 will certainly help that cause. But
definitely it will. But when you're facing the captain Mukesh, you need to be very careful. Another dot ball. I have to point out over here that the captain of Dubai Vipers, Mukesh, has a 25% dot ball rate. And he's the man you want to be facing in the last over.
that is actually quite a high percentage.
Yep.
And I think you can see it in effect too. Kolkata Hawks unable to really get those many runs in.
Yeah, it's been a while since they scored a boundary. One whole over at the minimum, maybe even 2. I lost count.
Just 3 balls remaining now. And the Kolkata Hawks, you best hope your bowling is a little bit better than your batting. Because at this rate, the Vipers have a rather easy target to chase down and track.
This game and the one before this, both of them had similar patterns, you know. Low targets by whoever decided to bat first.
Oh yeah.
Except last time, it was the loser's decision to bowl first and it backfired.
Oh, okay. Well, it will find the bounce, so it's not the end of the world. But the wicket is fouled. That is it, folks. First innings will come to an end.
Prematurely.
Prematurely indeed, as the Vipers have taken the last and final wicket against the Hawks. And again, some beautiful bowling coming through from the side of the Dubai Vipers. Credit where credit is due. Every single bowler has taken a wicket. Every single one of them. Really good team effort coming through. But still, it's just the first inning. So the Kolkata Hawks, maybe they have something in store for us that we haven't seen yet.
All new Pulsar Manias here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app. लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा। Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
They say that teamwork makes the dream work. But hey, if you have vision, then that's definitely Lenskart who will help you out to achieve all of that. Not the lowest score of the day, but still a rather easy target for the batting team now.
Yeah.
The second innings definitely will be spicy.
Oh, yeah.
And well, if you're to be believed, then well, it is again going to be the spinners here in the first power play overs. The off spinner, Satyendra, was the one who's going to be starting things off for the side of the Hawks. And again, let's not forget what the Grizzlies did. I mean, the Vipers could just follow suit. They only need to get an average of 2 runs per ball, and they're going to be in the clear, in the money.
Exactly. They don't need to play any of these risky shots. But I don't think that's the kind of personality that our captain Mukesh Dodwani shares over here. Let me tell you a little something about Mukesh. He comes from a rather well-off family, got bored of running a shop and doing standard business, so now he's here to experience esports at its finest.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he is one of the top 10 players of the league, so he's doing exactly that.
And he seems to be doing rather well. The Dubai Vipers are very, very comfortable right now. But I have to say, if there is a time when you want to give yourself some more slack, some more leeway, put some respect onto the names of Kolkata Hawks, then this is when you need to strike, and how. While that looked good, there was a fielder towards that third man / point area, so the ball will not find the boundary as the power play over is going rather well for the Hawks.
You know that this is decided to go towards off.
Wait, was that legged? I'm not entirely sure. I believe that might have been legged. But no, never mind. I was wrong.
It's still
Excuse
fine.
me.
It's still fine. That off spin had a little too much spin to it. It really changed directions fast.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a good shot. But again, the outside fielder is quick. Eyes on the prize. In this case, the ball. And again, the boundary will be prevented. But Satyendra did give up a wide ball. So an extra opportunity here for the Vipers. And for Ankit Roy. The brute, to try and create an opening or a boundary, but he does, he does find it. The ball was quick enough.
Wow.
And the Vipers will end the first over in style.
Okay, I did not see that one coming. There's so many fielders present towards fine leg and square leg. You've got two I can't even call them slips, right? They're like directly behind over there. And there's a decent amount of men positioned towards the northern part of the field. And yet, they're able to find a gap. Mukesh did a phenomenal job over there. I'm sorry, Roy.
Oh yeah, Ankit Roy was beautiful over there, but the fielder should be able to protect that ball. Dives for it. But that does mean that you have to relinquish 3. Oh, this could be risky though.
Overthrown. Batter safe. Mukesh gets the strike once again.
Oh yeah. And so far, the Dubai Vipers have done well. Even though they only hit one boundary, that wide ball came in handy. That's given them a lot of breathing room. As you can see, the required run rate, but that is high up in the air. Thankfully, the fielder was not there. So Mukesh and Ankit Roy will live to see another day, but that got really scary for a second.
I know, right? I mean, you could see that Mukesh had to position himself a little more towards the leg side of his stumps and then go for a very extended shot. Literally like picking it up from across the stumps.
Oh yeah. The Vipers, they are smiling cheek to cheek now, but perhaps the Hawks can do something to turn that smile upside down into a frown. But not just yet. The power play overs are still in full effect. The Kolkata Hawks are taking it easy for now, but this could come back to bite them later.
Mirdaji going for a dangerous spin this time once again towards the off, but it's square on the back and in the arms. Back to the pavilion goes Mukesh.
Oh yeah, and another lens card out as Mukesh lost his concentration for a second, decided to loft that shot instead, didn't pay too much attention to the field, and there is the punish from Kolkata Hawks.
Yeah.
1 wicket in hand, some sweat off their brow, but they're still not off the chopping block.
Yeah, but Mukesh has started to develop that pattern where he tosses that ball towards square leg in mid-wicket very often, so it gets punishable after a point of time. Once again.
Oh, that's a boundary.
It's so weird. A very similar shot, right? Very similar ball and very similar shot. In the previous ball, this was a wicket, and now it's a boundary. I mean, I don't see how there's basically no consistency over the side of Kolkata Hawks, especially in that square leg region.
Yeah, and this is starting to get problematic now. You can look at the Vipers score. They're already closing in towards
again
the halfway mark. In fact, you would say that they're already there. They've crossed it with another boundary coming through. As that, well, that is not what the Kolkata Hawks were hoping for. As the bowling leaves much to be desired.
Definitely.
At least in contrast to the Vipers.
It's not just the bowling, even the fielding as well. If everyone on Dubai Vipers, not just Manish, not just Roy, not just Mukesh, if every single one of them can just play a front foot shot towards fine leg and make the ball cross the boundary, it definitely is a red flag. You need to fix this problem.
Oh yeah. And now the Pacers are in play. And that's going to be Manish Kumar. Sorry, excuse me, that's going to be Saurabh Jain, who's going to be the pacer. Manish Kumar is at the bat, at strike.
Manish Kumar does have a very impressive strike rate of 235, even though his average boundary rate is actually quite low.
All while being a balanced batsman.
Yeah, all while being a balanced batsman. So you know that this guy is going to bring 2s and 1s to the table, maybe even 3s if he lofts it far enough.
Again, another good stroke. Good for a couple. And the Dubai Vipers continue to slowly chase and track the target down. You can see the required run rate is just 8 per over. And given the number of balls remaining, there is plenty of time for the Vipers to score a boundary. No pressure on them just yet, although the same cannot be said for Kolkata. They've been trying their damn best, but perhaps this is the change-up that they needed. The Pacers coming in with the power play being over, with the inside outfield being arranged. There is a big gap towards third man, but looks like the bowler is confident that Ankit Roy is not really going to be able to hit those shots there.
Yeah, that sudden changes in pace really caught Roy off guard with regards to his timing.
Oh, and that is left. I believe that might have been a wide, but yeah, it is.
It was a really fast ball, 127 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, and
if Saurabh keeps on throwing screamers like that, he will catch Roy off guard at some point or the other.
Yeah, but you want to try and limit the wides as well, because look at the scoreline. 32 runs in. Oh, does not catch that one with the bat.
Yep, does it with his hips instead.
Oh, yeah.
And those hips do not lie.
They certainly don't. If you don't believe us, just ask Shakira.
You don't even need to.
Yeah, you don't even need to. There you go. I mean, that's the third dot ball of this over, by the way. Saurabh, really terrific bowling. And you have to remember, the dot balls, they completely change the pace of this game because it is limited number of overs, just 5.
Another one.
My God, another dot ball. Some superb bowling coming through from Kolkata Hawks. As they're back with a vengeance now. I called out their bowling during the power play overs, and now they're like, yeah, we will show you. We'll show you how it's done.
Another
Man, do they
one.
show. 2 runs conceded in the entire over.
I think this might just have been the best over that any single bowler in the entire league has bowled so far.
This is shaping out to be a very interesting match, although you have to keep up this performance. 2 overs remaining, 53 need to be scored, and Dubai Vipers already at 32, so they do need some boundaries, but again, as long as they continuously get the 1s and the 2s, they will still be in the clear. Oh no, out of this field, it's really going to cost them. Kolkata Hawks over throw the ball, allowing the side of the Vipers to get 3 in. And now, I believe Manish is going to be at the striking end. 36-1. 18 needed off of 11. And this is rather achievable. Very easily. Sachin has got some work to do.
Oof. Good cut. But it's not going to cut it. It's not going to go across the boundary. Man, these cut shots are actually starting to underwhelm me, kinda. I don't think any single batsman has been able to land a good amount of boundaries with that kind of a shot.
Oh yeah. I think they're really trying to make sure that they consistently get those 2s in.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to go for the boundaries. And you're in a real pickle, right? If you're the Kolkata Hawks, because if you try and pull your fielders in, then you open up those boundaries again. Versus trying to keep them towards the boundaries, preventing them from getting any 4s or 6s. But what you do end up doing is giving them 2s, and 2s are all the Vipers need.
16 require off of 10 balls. Very achievable target. Make it 14 off of 9. Dubai Vipers slowly and steadily creeping towards a win. Just like a snake would.
Oh yeah. The name would suggest that they're Vipers, venomous ones at that. But they do seem to be like pythons instead, slowly strangulating the Hawks. Coiled around their neck.
Yeah, just squeezing the life out of them that way.
Slowly but surely. It's a slow death and a painful one, but the Hawks, they still need to find ways to fly. To soar above, and again, they get off the ground just a little bit, but no cigar.
Such an alternating between the off spins and the leg spins very often. I wouldn't even be surprised if he throws a googly in again.
Oh yeah, 44-1. Just have a few more runs to go. And a lot rests on Sachin's shoulders. Last ball off this over. And thankfully, the fielder is present towards fine leg. So, it'll be okay.
Yeah. I don't think he intended to hit it towards that fine leg area.
Yeah, I think it was more in towards the mid-wicket instead, but it chipped the edge of the bat and ended up going in another direction. But the Vipers will take that. They'll take that very, very happily with both their arms open, because that's all they need. They only need these 2s. And you're 8 runs off of just equalizing the score. So the Vipers, they can smell it in the air.
Yeah. The stench of victory fills up the booth of the players around them.
Oh yeah.
Stench strong enough to overpower the Venom.
The fast medium bowler now tasked with trying to protect those boundaries, as well as get those wickets in. Via some really good fielding, the batsman was safe for 2. Nonetheless though, really good awareness coming in from Sujit.
Dubai Vipers playing really well. The partnership between Manish and Roy shaping up to be a brilliant one. Manish averaging a strike rate of above 200. Now finally faces one of those dot balls which he was dreading all this time. But still, no mortal danger for Dubai Vipers just yet.
Yeah, nonetheless, that's a big one. Although with 4 balls remaining, the math still adds up. You'll still be in the clear. Just find the 2s. That's all you need to do. And again, good decision by Manish to slam that ball towards mid-wicket, where there were fewer fielders present.
But Sajid has been hitting some nice shots. I mean, bowling some nice shots. He's averaging above 120 at this point in terms of speed. And if you keep throwing fast balls like these, at some point or the other, Manish will miss. And at this point, Dot balls are all you need.
Oh, that's an LBW. No. Denied by the umpire instead, even though the appeal was loud. A little unfortunate.
That's okay, man. That's completely okay.
Still a
I
dot
think
ball.
they will still take this. Now they need 2 runs on both of these last 2 balls in order to tie up the scoreline. Perhaps even a boundary if they want to win it right away. I don't think either of these teams want to tie the match and go home with 1 point each. Both of them desperately need these points after their performances yesterday.
That's a good shot, but hasn't found the gap. The answer is going to be no. And they need 3 off of 1 now, folks. That's all it comes down to. Is there it is. 2 runs needed to equalize the score and 3 needed to win this one. But if they risk it and if they find a wicket or a run out, then they will lose. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. 2 will be found at the wing.
Oh
no! On this field coming through, the Vipers will be able to find 3.
No!
And that's the end of that. The Kolkata Hawks slip up when it really matters and concede the match.
Butterfingers moment over there. Perhaps the most expensive slip of the tournament so far. You could have had a tie. You could have acquired a single point. But you give both of those away to the Vipers. Man, the Vipers looked like they were done for. They knew that they just had to hit it as far as they could and hope for a boundary. And if not, continue pressing the run button as long as they could. But that single misfield stopped all the progress that their opponents made. And the Hawks come crashing down.
Yeah, you can see the Vipers rose as one the instant that misfield happened, but the Hawks, despite the rough match, still smiles on their faces, still good sportsmen, not really feeling all that bad about that one, although they knew that they let it go and it slipped out of their hands. But that's going to be it for the third one, folks. We're going to wait for the winner's interview coming right after this short break.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app now.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
तबाही, क्या जहर परफॉर्मेंस था. The Dubai Vipers have killed off their opponents with such a venomous gameplay. Captain, आइए, come to the stage. A big round of applause for the Dubai Vipers. मुकेश,
क्या बोले अब?
बोल ले यार, जो बोलना है बोल ले.
यार अपने को लगा था मैच खत्म ही हो गया यार.
हाँ.
जो ओवर थ्रो हुआ ना,
हाँ.
क्या बोल सकते हैं इस बारे में? मनीष ही बता पाएगा. उससे वजह प्रेशर था उसके ऊपर.
मनीष ही बता पाएगा.
मतलब वो ना ऐसे प्रेशर में था ना, तो बोला मैं पूरे शॉट्स भूल गया हूँ क्या करना है शॉट्स में.
हाँ.
जो अपने का अपोनेंट साथ दिया मैच जीतने के लिए.
अपोनेंट ने साथ दिया.
ओवर थ्रो जो हुआ ना,
मैं तो
बोला था, मैं बोला सबको.
उनको थैंक यू बोल दिया.
मैं सोचा यार कि मैच गया यहाँ से, या 2 आएगा ड्रॉ होगा, विकेट के चांस ज्यादा है. वो लोग का मैच था यहाँ से.
यप.
वहाँ से निकल गया अपना मैच.
2 मैचेस एंड 2 विंस. कैसा लग रहा है?
बाकी मनीष का टेम्परामेंट जोरदार था. जो डबल्स किया ना, एक भी रिस्क नहीं लिया, वो जो सही था.
तो मतलब क्लियरली मैन ऑफ द मैच परफॉर्मेंस.
मनीष है.
Lovely, yeah, lovely. Chalo, congratulations and all the best for the next match. Chalo, once again, Dubai Vipers. क्या मैच था यार, क्या मैच था. And we are still not done. अभी भी 2 matches और बाकी है. So stay tuned. And now, for our expert analysts, please take over. Roshan, please take over. Chetan.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app now.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Breathing. We are breathing right now because this was perhaps possibly the best game that we did see. Last ball, misfield, Dubai Vipers are your winners.
You know, we have had two back-to-back last ball thrillers. The previous one was a low-scoring game, and you just thought, it's going this way, it's going that way. This did not seem like that. This did not seem like, it's just bouncing around. This seemed in equilibrium till the last ball. Like you said, 3 runs needed. And you know what? The Melbourne ground is such a big ground with such big boundaries. You can actually run 3 runs. All it needed was a last ball misfield. And I have to say this. I was speaking to one of the players, Dubai Vipers, before the game. You know what he said? And he was batting there, Ankit Roy. He said, it's all about pressure. And that last ball pressure, that's where the game was won.
Well, we promised you drama, and we did deliver, let me tell you that. We'll have a look at the Dubai Vipers batting scorecard because, they lost that wicket earlier on. We did see that, isn't it? I mean, great start for Dubai with 20 runs in the very first over. But again, lost that 1 wicket off Mukesh. Since then, I mean, they just held on to the nerves, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, these are the top 3 best batsmen that Dubai Vipers had. And, they rely on Manish a lot in terms of scoring runs. So Mukesh and Roy, they focus on the power plays to give them the kind of start that they want. And then they depend on Manish to come and do the job. And he did the job. 23 of 13, brilliant knock. To finish off things. He took the, पूरा उसने innings संभाल लिया. जब से वो crease पर आए, he was maneuvering the field. Boundaries dried up. He knew the boundaries are not coming, but he concentrated on running those 2s and that 3 in the end. So yeah, they won the game by just running between the wickets.
Well, of course, they had the liberty as well to go for the long shots, because, Kolkata came about with a target of around 53.
Yeah.
Decent target, probably around 50, 53 again. We're talking about some really low totals which are being, again, defended. This was another one because Kolkata, again, we're speaking about started with 2 fours, but again, lost the wicket as well in the first over.
Yeah, Krunal and Sachin, they gave them a good start. Krunal hit a couple of boundaries. Sachin ने भी boundaries लगाई, लेकिन Sachin का run out जो है, I think that was the turning point. Krunal out हो गए थे first over में, हरभजन ने उनका wicket लिया था. लेकिन Sachin का जो run out है, he got that, he was their stable factor. He could have played that long innings. Sujit and Satyendra, they tried, but look at that. 5 wickets. They were all out. 53 all out. They did not even finish their 5 overs. ये दिखाता है कि Dubai Vipers, they came with a plan, and thanks to that plan, they were able to keep them to a low total that they could chase. It was not an easy chase, but they could finish the chase. So that I think is the most vital aspect.
We've seen a lot of teams, especially Dubai in the batting, what they do very well is they know that the wickets can fall, but they don't stop the runs, isn't it? I mean, they're already chased half the total in 2 overs.
Yeah, I mean, 5 overs, in this you have to decide कि आपको power play में क्या करना है और final overs में क्या करना है. It's a very, very fine line from that perspective, Roshan, I'll be very honest. And again, I go back to what that player said. सारा pressure का खेल है, सारा pressure का खेल है और आज वो हमें दिखाई दिया है आखिरी बॉल पर.
सही कहा है, प्रेशर का तो खेल है. We'll have a look at the Dubai Vipers bowling scorecard there. Of course, we had 1 wicket for everybody there then, apart from Mukesh.
Yeah, I mean, they had run out of wickets by then, They had the run out in that final over. But Vijay और हरभजन ने बहुत अच्छी शुरुआत दी. Manish ने बहुत अच्छी bowling की है. Batting भी बहुत अच्छी की है. He could be your man of the match contender.
Man of the match contender. We'll have that in question, but we'll have a look at how, in fact, the Kolkata Hawks bowled. Well, decent for the side. I mean, again, 1 wicket, just that 1 wicket, of course, which came forward, but economy of 16.
Yeah, I mean, Mirdha ji had picked up 2 wickets in the previous game. आज उन्हें सिर्फ 1 ही विकेट मिला है. तो विकेट्स की यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं कमी खली है. सुजित और सौरभ ने बना दिया था गेम 1 मिनट के लिए. वो 2 जो ओवर हैं, the 3rd over and the 4th over, उन 2 ओवर्स में केवल 11 रन आए. विकेट नहीं मिला, लेकिन 11 रन आए. तो यहाँ पे इनको, you have to commend them, but at the same time, we have to commend the Dubai batsmen that they did not give up their wickets at that time. They did not buckle under pressure.
Buckle under pressure, that's the word, because, well, of course, we can give kudos to Kolkata because they got the game till the end.
Yeah.
Now, again, it's all about pressure because the last ball, and I'm pretty sure your conversation with Roy that you had, that it's all of the ones who have the nerves of steel. And at the end of the day, that's how the scorecard looked like. Dubai Vipers with an impressive victory. We could see the clan literally dancing out there because we were holding our breaths and we were trying to understand if Kolkata can actually win it because we saw the last game, that thing happening. And of course, we might have a lot of contenders for the man of the match. But again, it depends if you're a good cumulative performance, more of a batter, more of a bowler. And that's how your man of the match, Manish there, Chetan.
Yeah, absolutely. Great performance from Manish. 23 runs. A good strike rate. He was playing the situation. और देखिए, जैसा मैंने आपको कहा कि boundaries नहीं आ रही थी. He got just that one boundary in there, but he was aware कि इतनी बड़ी ground पे, इतने बड़े ground पे आप doubles और triples ले सकते हैं. So they ran hard in between. 2 over में केवल 11 रन आए थे. They did not throw away their wickets. They did not take any more risks than they needed to. And they won just by running between the wickets.
How important is it? Because while you're heading into, let's say, the qualifications, now you talk about the batting there, but there's also combination happening while these players are out there playing, right?
Yeah.
So that rapport is also important.
Oh yeah, it is very, very important. और ये मैंने चीज़ notice की है when they are sitting and they are watching the other games. They're formulating strategies. मैं दुबई के कैंप में बैठा हुआ था. I was listening to how the players were trying to work out. बाकी प्लेयर्स को देख के हाँ इसमें ये शॉट खेलना चाहिए, इसमें ये खेलना चाहिए, पावर प्ले में ये गेंदबाजी होनी चाहिए. So they are formalizing strategies on the go, which is brilliant to watch.
Of course, you talk about partnerships on the other end. Well, Kolkata Hawks there, not a decent start there. They were wanted, but Sachin and Sujit somehow tried to anchor that inning, and eventually, well, we had series of partnership because they've had all their 5 wickets down.
Yeah, I mean, they lost all their wickets. Krunal got a good start. Sachin got a good start. But once those two got out, there was nobody to come up and
Is there heavy
save
reliance?
them.
Is there heavy reliance
it is
in them?
heavy reliance. Even in the previous game, we saw Krunal and Sachin scored their heavy runs. But you need to be able to score runs throughout the innings. सिर्फ 5 ओवर का खेल है. आप सिर्फ पहले 2 ओवर में runs नहीं बना सकते. So this is where I think Kolkata lost out.
You're observing a lot of games, of course, where the teams or one of the smartest teams are actually taking a lot of runs in the power play. We did see in this, of course, in this match that they're bringing the spinners as well, right from the first, in the second over. So you think that trend could eventually follow?
It will follow because, talking to the players, what they are saying, it's not easy to hit the spinners in the power play. आपके पास जो options हैं, remember, this is not real life game. This is real cricket. आप एक mobile platform पे खेल रहे हैं. There are presets, there are buttons, there are shot options. तो आपके पास limited shot options हैं to play against the spinners in the power play. अगर वो spinners के against आप last 4-5 overs में मारेंगे, over number 4 या 5 में, then you have more options. लेकिन power play में आपके पास उतनी options नहीं है, which is why I think the teams are using spinners in the first 2 overs.
You talked about the presets, of course, is important because you know how the team there is in front of you, and that's how you create the presets, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have to see what team is doing what, किस तरीके से गेंदबाजी हो रही है, कौन शॉर्ट बॉल करा रहा है, कौन फुलर गेंदबाजी करा रहा है. अगर आप इस पिच मैप पे नजर डालें, a lot of deliveries you see, the yellows, you see they were short of length balls. And Dubai Vipers are relying a lot in terms, in terms of batsmen, they are relying a lot in terms of playing the short ball towards fine leg and towards third man. वहाँ पे they are getting a lot of runs. So I think these are good options. These are preset options when they are trying to play these shots. So yeah, I mean, it's all a game of pressure. It's all a game of chance. It's all a game of strategizing and calculation.
I'm pretty sure they're going to come over the nemesis of facing the short balls. You've seen how they have come forward the last time as well, Kolkata Hawks. You see where the runs are scored for Dubai Vipers especially because in that you see a lot of the runs coming in from that square leg. Appreciated is because third man is also the area where they're also actually shooting a lot of runs.
Yeah, again, short deliveries. So once you bowl these short deliveries behind square, you will get a lot of runs. Look at that, 27%, 17%, 38%. A lot of runs behind square on both sides of the wicket. And that shows you that they're playing the short ball really well.
Well, when you're actually playing the game, you'll have those options of playing it on the back foot, going on the front foot, and eventually making your placements as well. Remember, your shot output depends on a lot of your timing, which is very important, and also a bit on your presets at the end of the day. Now, again, 2 points for Dubai Vipers.
Yeah.
They were on a good spree now.
Yeah.
They're going to push forward. They have the next game coming up as well. Crucial points.
Yeah, crucial points. They had won their last game yesterday.
Yeah.
So now they have won their second game also. There's only one other side in this tournament which has won 2 other games. Its first 2 games. They are now on top of that points table when we take a look at it. But yeah, good 2 wins. Now to push on towards those knockouts.
We'll have a look at the 4s and 6s brought to you by Pulsar and S125 Showstopper. Well, the fours and sixes there, and especially in a low total, it becomes very important because we're talking about these fours and sixes in a pressure situation. The wickets were lost as well. We'll have a look at the wickets brought to you by Lenskart. Well, we had, of course, 5 wickets there for the Kolkata Hawks, which fell down. Again, a lot of homework will be done when they go back into this. Now, what's more interesting is the equation of the points table there keeps changing because we had now, again, Chennai and Dubai Vipers, that contest there. So Chennai are reeling below, but Dubai Vipers get the crucial 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, Dubai, like I said, this is the only side in the tournament apart from New York Apes, which has won 2 games. So they'll be at the top of the points table, but at the same time, Chennai now have a game in hand. They will be playing their first game of the day. But I have to look at, the London side because they will now be playing their second game of the day. For them, it's an opportunity to win the first game. You just take a look at the points table, how the tournament is now shaping up. A lot of teams now points on the board. ये सारा खेल जो है ना नॉकआउट्स में पहुंचने का खेल है सो यू वांट टू कीप दैट अर्ली पेस एंड यू लुक एट दैट न्यूयॉर्क एप्स 2.94 look at that run rate because they played those 2 games won those 2 games in dominant style. दुबई वाइपर्स उनका रन रेट इतना ऊंचा नहीं है वो इसलिए क्योंकि उन्होंने बहुत क्लोज गेम्स जीते हैं but they'll be happy at least they have those 4 points which not a lot of teams will boast about. सारी टीमें अब 2-2 मैच खेल चुकी हैं. So now we are starting the third round of matches. The next game, Chennai Wolves, they'll have an opportunity to climb back. They have a very, very good bowling lineup. But London Rhinos and Delhi Sharks, they are yet to get points on the table. It's a good opportunity for London Rhinos. Second opportunity today to get their first points. Let's hope they can make use of it.
But we really hope that it does because London Rhinos have a task in hand now. Chennai Wolves have had a pretty good start to the campaign. They started the campaign against Sydney Panthers, winning it, eventually coming down. The 2 points will be very crucial. What's also important is that difference in the net run rate between the first two, the New York Apes, pretty much comfortable on top, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they've won it in, dominant style. Both games in dominant style. They'll be playing the 5th match of the day today. So, we'll have to wait and watch if they can continue winning in that dominant manner. But look, no team is going to complain when they are winning. So Dubai Vipers, they've got 2 wins. They won't think about the run rate because the points alone are good enough to get you to the knockout stage. वो आपको qualify करा देगा. आप points पे concentrate करो, run rate बाद में देखते रहें.
Which also gives a very important emphasis on the fact that you need to start getting those points early rather than keeping it to the fag end of that season or rather that business end of the season. And the New York Apes have done rightly that. But again, in this game of real cricket, it could be anybody's game and it's all about who performs that given day. We're heading in for a short little break. On the other side, we'll be ready with the next one. Remember, Chennai Wolves taking against London Rhinos.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी पाइप नहीं